Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Wellness Wednesday and our meditation, our holiday webinar meditation series. Today we will be exploring the idea of, or the concept of giving and receiving. So, a quote by Janice Meditaire: the holidays are not as much about opening our presents as opening our hearts. So, we're just going to spend a couple of minutes talking about giving and receiving. And that can certainly be exchanging gifts or greeting cards during the holidays to show our appreciation for the people in our lives, right? It can also be through other expressions of gratitude. The important thing here is to be present in these exchanges and notice perhaps there's joy in the act of giving and receiving. Giving and receiving can simply mean being fully present to the exchanges that happen from moment to moment, whether it's sharing a celebratory meal, a smile, a laugh, just being with a friend. Or maybe it means taking in the gently falling snow on a cold winter evening with your pet curled up next to you. Or maybe it's taking in holiday music while wrapping the gifts that you will be giving. So taking in the music and wrapping the gifts that you'll be giving, right? So receiving the music, giving the gifts. And it can also mean an act of kindness or acts of kindness. Maybe you notice that your neighbor is going without this year to some extent, and you leave a small gift, just a token to show them that you're thinking of them on their doorstep. Or maybe you bring a meal to the elderly woman across the street who lives alone. So what you're giving is an act of kindness, and what you're receiving is the joy from having committed that act of kindness, or perhaps even gratitude from the other person that you've done this small act of kindness for, right? So giving and receiving does not have to be of material return, right? It can just be this energetic um, receiving of this energy. And it can also be an exchange between you and the world around you. And we may not often think of the breath, which we work so much with in mindfulness, but think of the exchange of nourishment that comes with the breath. Breathing in the nourishment of oxygen for your body and breathing out the nourishment of carbon dioxide for all plant life. So these are all exchanges, giving and receiving of energy, of love, warmth, gratitude, and kindness. So I also would like to acknowledge that for all of us, this year is very different from other years, and that it may require a much greater effort to put your mindfulness practice into place. But really, as difficult as that might seem, now is the time to really draw on these inner resources for greater health, balance, and peace of mind, not only during the holidays, but all year long, right? But now it may be particularly challenging for some of us. I suspect for most of us. So I do encourage you to take it moment by moment, allowing yourself greater self-compassion and allowing yourself to be okay with however things are right now, right? Because we really can't control so much of what is happening around us. We can only control how we respond to what's happening. And having this idea of self-kindness and not needing things to be a certain way, and maybe just taking pleasure in the idea of giving and receiving, even just thinking of others, I'm sending them love and seeing what you receive in return. It could just be a feeling, okay? And so remember that a heartful exchange is the greatest gift of all. A smile, a kind word, or a gesture can really shower us with abundance. And again, it's not abundance of material things. If not more important than that, it's this abundance of positive energy, of well being, right? Because if we're experiencing that, we're more likely to be able to share that with others, to be kind to others, to have patience for family members, our children, our spouses, and perhaps elderly parents. So we're now going to move into our formal meditation practice. So I'm going to invite you to find a comfortable posture, whatever that might mean for you, and closing your eyes if that feels appropriate, or just gazing softly in front of you, and just taking a moment to drop into the body, right? Just dropping in and allowing the body to settle. And so bringing an awareness into the body as you're inviting the body to settle. And in this awareness, perhaps bringing your attention to areas of the body that may be making contact, whether it's the feet making contact with the floor, or your sits bones making contact with the chair or cushion that you're sitting on. And maybe the hands are in the lap, so they're making contact with your thighs or with each other. So just allowing your awareness to gravitate to these areas of contact, and let them be a way of increasing your presence in the body and in the moment, allowing them to be the gateway into this moment. And then perhaps feeling the support of the chair, of the floor beneath you, and maybe even the support of the earth below. Just allowing that support to embrace you fully. And then perhaps inviting a lengthening in the spine. So just becoming aware of the posture and inviting a lengthening of the spine, and allowing the crown of the head to move upwards any amount, moving towards the ceiling, towards the sky. And sending your energy down to the feet, the floor below, the earth below. And perhaps imagining an imaginary tension between the crown of the head and the lower half of the body, reaching towards the floor and the earth. And maybe even sensing a little bit of spaciousness between the vertebrae as you're imagining this tension, this pulling of the crown of the head towards the sky, the feet and the sits bones moving towards the earth. And now, as you're ready, tuning into the breath. And just allowing the breath to further anchor you into the moment, into presence. And just allowing the breath to flow in and out of the body. Allowing the next few breaths just to come and go at will, at its own pace. And then after the next breath, maybe just taking a moment to tune in and taking your own internal temperature. And just exploring the question, how am I in this moment? And just seeing whatever arises, allowing it to be just as it is, simply giving it space and holding whatever arises in your awareness. Staying tuned in to your moment to moment experience. And so continuing to keep your awareness on the breath, taking a few more easy breaths. And releasing any unnecessary tension in your body. And beginning to notice your breathing. Feeling your body breathing in. Feeling your body breathing out. Noticing the nuances of each breath. Perhaps it's easeful. But maybe not. But just paying very close attention to the breath coming in and out of the body. One breath in, one breath out. Another breath in, and another breath out. Feeling your whole body subtly moving with each breath, like the movement of the sea. And your mind may naturally wander, and that's okay because that's what it knows how to do. And when that happens, just gently return to the rhythm of your own breathing. Allowing the body to be gently rocked and caressed by the breath, internally caressed by your own breathing. And just staying with the gentle rocking motion of each in breath and each out breath. Perhaps noticing how this gentle movement in itself is like a giving and receiving. It is an exchange. One breath in, one breath out, another breath in, another breath out. Breathing in nourishment from the environment and breathing out nourishment to all plant life. Fully embracing and fully acknowledging the power of this exchange. This beautiful exchange that we don't often pay attention to. Now, perhaps I invite you to turning your attention to this giving and receiving of the breath to giving and receiving of the gifts of gratitude and kindness. And so we'll begin by receiving these gifts. So focusing your attention on your in breath, letting yourself savor the sensation of breathing in, noticing how your in breath nourishes your body, breath after breath. And as you breathe, begin to breathe in the gift of gratitude and kindness for yourself. Just feeling the quality of gratitude and kindness directed towards yourself as you breathe in. Allowing each breath to be an affectionate exchange with yourself. And now the invitation is to focus on receiving loving kindness for yourself. So, as you're ready with a sense of gratitude and kindness, offering these words to yourself. This holiday season and beyond, may I be safe, have peace, and live with ease. Repeating these words or any words that feel right for you. May I be safe, have peace, and live with ease. And now we will shift to a spirit of giving the gift of gratitude and kindness. Focusing on the out breath now, feeling your body breathing out, feeling the release and perhaps even the ease of each exhalation. Exhaling gratitude and kindness. And in this moment, perhaps calling to mind someone who you are grateful for, a person, a loved one, or maybe even a four-legged friend. But just settling on one person and calling them to mind with as much detail as possible. And then, in the spirit of giving them a gift, setting the intention to give them your gratitude and kind wishes by repeating these words. This holiday season and beyond, may you be safe, have peace, and live with ease. And repeating those words or similar words that resonate with you one more time, silently to yourself. May you be safe, have peace, and live with ease. And just allowing your breath to flow in and out like the gentle movement of the ocean, a limitless, boundless flow, flowing in and flowing out. An ocean of gratitude, just riding the waves of giving and receiving, staying close to the breath. One breath in, one breath out. And then perhaps just taking a moment to acknowledge what the spirit of giving and receiving feels like in this moment, what it means to you in this moment. And also noticing any physical sensations, emotions, or thoughts that arise. And just taking a moment now to check back in and take your own internal temperature once again. How am I in this moment? and just notice. You know, notice what can be known or what is making itself known. Perhaps some calm, warmth, joy, or a little lightness. But perhaps that's not true for you in this moment. Simply acknowledging however this moment is for you and whatever sensations are present for you. And just honoring what is here. We'll end with a poem called Giving by Helen Steiner Rice. The more you give, the more you get. The more you laugh, the less you fret. The more you do unselfishly, the more you live abundantly. The more of everything you share, the more you'll always have to spare. The more you love, the more you'll find that life is good and friends are kind. For only what we give away enriches us from day to day. Thank you for your practice this afternoon, this evening. And I'm going to leave you all with an invitation for the coming week. And of course, it's about giving and receiving. I'd like to invite you to notice moments of giving and receiving. So before getting into bed at night, taking a moment just to reflect on one exchange for the day. It can be as simple as tuning into your own breath at the end of the day and acknowledging how you nourish your body on the in-breath and how you nourish all plant life on the out-breath. And just being grateful and acknowledging the power of that exchange in and of itself, if that's the only thing you can think of for the day. Or perhaps it's a warm exchange you had with your child, your spouse, a parent, a friend. Or maybe it is the exchange of holiday gifts with your loved ones or a friend, neighbor. But really paying attention to the nuance of the feelings that were exchanged. So really the important thing in this exercise is to remember to be fully present for the exchange and then savoring these moments and appreciating the joy, the gratitude, and the warmth that may arise. And then to further enhance your well-being is to acknowledge them at the end of the day, even just one such exchange. So I'm going to leave you all with that, and thank you for joining us today, and I hope to see you soon. Bye, everyone.